Slow. What is it? If you don't understand what's going on in your head, you sort of like, either you, like when I first began to have these visions, and then all of a sudden one night I had the greatest vision of all. I saw the lady in the sky. And the minute they told me I had bipolar and they locked me up in the hospital, it was like, oh my God, and pumped me with pills. I was crawling in my skin. I got so confused when the doctor came once a week and the nurses were watching me. She said, you'll be okay, just go down. But you can't leave the hospital and you can't go with anybody. We don't trust you. All of a sudden, you're in lockdown. We advance with a fast speed, and because the doctors themselves and the nurses that listen and read the book and to the letter they must listen to the doctors, we are on lockdown. They don't know why we're going faster because they don't understand the secondary system. Yet half the nurses are looking, oh, what's going on in the zodiac today? What's my zodiac say? Well, what's the difference what your zodiac says? He's bipolar mental disorders. Why would, if my mental disorder is not your understanding, then why would you read the zodiac if I'm telling you the zodiac and my word makes no sense? So why does the zodiac work? Let's get back into the last video. Okay, I'm going to just bring this down a little bit. 4 equals 60. Now there's a piece missing. I'm not really sure why that piece is missing. And this is the greatest thing. 1771, the Tea Party. It was a tea bag. E and A equals 51. That's Mars. The artificial entertainment. The angel exotica. What is E and A? But when E and A comes together, it becomes 6. Now, I'm not talking Chaldean, and I'm not in Gematria, because in Gematria, A, B, C, D, E are the same. In Pythagorean, in numbers, they're all the same. But there is somewhere where it's not the same, and I do not know right now, but I will show you that 17 is the Q. It's on Q, but Q is also CUE as well as QUE, and the Q or the Q is a tail. If there's a tail at one end, the tail must be connected to the other end, and a tail goes up when communication starts to vibrate, and you feel the vibration in the 9 lives of the cat. We have power up. We have 2 ears of an antenna, and the tail is up for the ham radio. We're all set. We don't have a tail, except it's in our butt, which is connected to our sex system. That's why when we have sex, one system opens up, the other system shuts down. You can keep it open, but you can't get the same effect if it's open. So what we're going to talk about in this video is Maxwell Smart, Agent 86, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. He was only mildly, how can I say it? He wasn't so smart. S&M, R&T, 38. But I didn't finish with the T. I'm sorry. Let me finish with the T. T letter is 20 becomes 26. Let's leave it at 20. Plus E and A is 25. Plus 6 or minus 6 is 19 and 29. That is the birth of artificial intelligence, because that's what the numbers say in basic. I'm putting in basic terms, layman terms. Now, okay, if we change the E and A for an O, because it's the 15th letter, we have T and O, which is 20 and 15. 20 and 15 equals 35. Add 6 and minus 6 becomes 29. So now we match 29. And, excuse me, we have T20 plus 15 is 35. We become 41 and 29. Is that right? 35 and 6 is 41. And 35 minus 6 is 29. So the birth of artificial intelligence, 41 is a representation of DNA or AD after the death, if you want to look at that, when that came in, the Christ. Something to do with the halo that makes everything that goes in the center of the halo, connecting all the numbers but the 5 number, the 40 total. Now, I'm not quite sure in which angle I'm going to go with this. I just wanted to explain that in that fashion. 11 times 11 times 11 is 1331. 22 times 22 is 484, and 4, 8 is half. It is the doorway. 4 times 8 is 32. That is the passage, 3 and 2. Where do you get 3 and 2? Well, it's simple. It's the red sun. The 11 is 1 and 1 is 2. The 3 is 1 and 2 is 3. The 11 is 1 and 1. Excuse me, did I say that right? The 11, okay, which is 6, okay, and it is 5. The opposite of 6 and 5 is 1 and 2. I have the wrong dice here. I shouldn't be using this dice. It's hard to see. So when we begin the game of craps, 1 and 6, okay, and 5 and 2. Now we can do 1 and 6 and 5 and 2 by doing it this way. Look at this. 1, 5, 6, 2. And what's going up and down? 3 and 4, the DC world. Running all the power. Double onto this side. The value of this is 5. It's 5 and 7. They're all 5 and 7, except for, excuse me, they're all 5, they're all 5s. Excuse me. They're all 5s because this 2 doubles inside here. The 3 is lost inside 5. The 4 is lost inside 5. The 2 is lost inside 5. The 1 is lost inside 5. But these two split the two sides. Now I'm just opening up the mind. I'm just opening up the mind. If you want to create 41, the closest number to 41 is death. Why? Because when the letter T and the letter U in French is tu. You and tuer is death, to kill. Basic, simple. What I want to talk about, I'm not really sure. I'm always a little off. Green and pool is 6 and 14. The difference is 8. 2 times 4 and 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8, creating that 14, that DNA. Green equals to 49. This becomes 6 and 5. Green becomes 6 and 5. And in the game of craps, you lose with 6 and 5. 6 and 5 is Yo 11, and the opposite of that is 1 and 2, and that's where you lose. Aleph, Venus. Standardbred and thoroughbred. White and black, white and black, white and black, white and black. The Federation, FED. White and black. These are number color situations on racehorses. I also like to associate it in games of pool, where I also like to associate in the game of pool where the 5 ball, which is also the 13 ball equaling to 18, where the 13 ball is 1 and 3 equals 4, becomes 5 and 4 and the number to the sun, but it takes yellow 1 and 9 artificial intelligence and red 3 and 11 14, makes it 24 plus 6 or minus 6 because there's a 0 inside of it, which will create the orange ball because yellow and red will create the orange. So it takes the 10 and the 14, 24, or the letter X, to create the 18 equals to 42, which is a total of 9 lives of the cat, and 5 and 9 represent that, and the odds on 5 and 9 are the payout in the casino. This is casino payouts, which is 7 to 5. 7 to 5 is electric company, the egg, okay, however you want to represent the egg. 4 and 4, green and yellow. 6 and 6, black and yellow. Number 5, green and black. So we've connected 4 with 5. We've connected 6 with 5. We've connected 6 with 4. 4, 5, and 6 to Federation. That's the basic. We talked in the last video that there's 3 19s equals 57. That's the number that adds up to the moon. If it was 2 moons, it would be 114, and that's the number to Abraham, the star of Bethlehem. If we have 3 17s, 3 18s, 3 19, it's 51, 54, 57. 51 is Mars, 54 is the sun, 57 is the moon. The moon, the sun, and Mars. Okay. 420, if you want to talk about the 4 T's. 4 T's, you want to talk about the 4 T's? Let's talk about 40. You want to talk about the 8 T's? We'll talk about 80. We're not going to talk about the 3 T's because there's no 30. When you say 8T and 4T, it's 40 and 30, 40 and 80. We're at 9 minutes now. I'm going to jump onto something else. I know I must have mixed something here and there. 4 times 26, communication. Venus inside Saturn. Pluto, birth, inside Uranus. Now, Uranus is a sun because it has the sun in it. It is 54 and 40 inside Uranus. So we know the 40-40 is inside the runner of Uranus because the number to Uranus is 40. The number to Mercury, 103. The number to Venus, 81. The number to Earth, 52. The number to Mars, 51. Earth, Mars, 51. And 52 equals 103 Mercury. And they are the opposite in connection of the 7th gate. Jupiter is 99. Saturn is 93. Uranus is 94. Neptune is 95, and Pluto is 84. 84, 94 inside Uranus, 7 and 9, 63. We're going to jump into this one right now. In order to run a system, 1 and 4 is the only way you can do it. Either you have one dot that's in the center, or you need to put 4 dots with each other to make it equal. 1 dot or 4 dots, which one do you want? 1 and 4. These are the only 2 ways to do it, otherwise you don't have a square. A single square, and here's where you can have 4 x's in your square. This will total 96. This will total 96. This will total 96, and this will total... Why does it total 96? I forget, but I'll try and remember. First of all, each one of these is a representation of 9. Every square gets 9 total. There's 4 squares here. 4 by 9 is 36, 36, 72, 36, 36, 144. And then you have 18, 18, 18, 18, 144 and 54 is 198, and 9, 207. Is that right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I must have did something wrong, because 25 times 9 is 225, or 15 times 15. 4 times 9, 36, 36, 36, 36, 72, 144, and 18, 162, 172, 180, 198, 208, 216, and 9, 225. 15 times 15 is 225. Plus the year 5775, we're in the year 6000. Next year is the year 6001. Like I mentioned before in the last video, 5777 and 2000 equals 27777. I missed something in the last video that was very important, which is the Tea Party. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 7 and 8. These are the two sides. When you go to the 7 and the 8 card, they're all the same. 6, 7, 8 is 21, but 6 is in both 7 and 8. So forget about the 6 card, and 7 is inside 8, so forget about 6 and 7, 15, and just count the 8. So take away 13 and 8, 21, and all you have is a value of 8 on one side and 13 on the other side, right? 1 and 3 equals 4, you have now 4 and 8. Number to Pluto. 8 times 6 is 48, where the half-life runs in the 9 lives of the cat. 7 and 8 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6, 7 and 8 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6, 6, 3, 6, 66, the woman. I don't remember exactly, this was a missing link in something else. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but 88, 88, 88, QVH equals to 47, which is 4 by 7, 4 plus 7, or 74 inside of Christ, the cycle of the moon. And in English, it's 88. Number 55. 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 is 35, is 25 and 10, 35, electric company. It also, 3 and 5 and 2 and 7 will both create number 11. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5 is 15, and 8 is 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5 and 6, 11. Do I have it here somewhere? 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, 5 and 6, 11. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 5 and 6, 11. 33 by 47 is when Jesus was born. Jesus, 74. Christ, 77. 77, 74, 151. Inside the Tea Party, 7 and 8 is 15 and 15. The 15th letter is O and O. 7 by 8 is 56. 7 plus 8 is 15. Back to 71 again, or 1771. So this was this circle. Now, what I wanted to just mention, or maybe we've gone too far, I'm going to talk about this in the next video. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I'm tired. Thank you for watching.